We're going to transition now to what's become an annual tradition of announcing the award winner for this year's Research to Operations Award within Cairo. I'm going to get things started and then hand over to a few other folks. And what I really want to talk about is the growth of this award and where we're trying to see this grow. So, like most things in Cairo, as I've said through a course of several remarks this week, as we continue to grow, we want to see the prominence and impact of this Research to Operations Award continue to grow right along with us. And this year, we had an especially great group of applications, 8 projects that span a pretty good spectrum and collection of projects across the consortium: new data portals, flood inundation mapping applications, software tools, advanced modeling capabilities, things you would expect to see. But I want to highlight that number, 8 applications. 8's better than last year, and 8's better than the year before that. But even for my simple mind and non-mathematician, 8 is a very small fraction of the overall number of projects we have within Cairo. So I'm going to do a little bit of audience participation here. Who here is a PI on a project within Cairo? Raise your hand. Okay, of those with your hands raised, keep them raised. Of those with your hands raised, lower them if you think your project is not going to produce something that's of value or a good product or something for operations. All right, great. There's our crop of applicants for next year. So everybody be on the hook for an application. But in all seriousness, as we begin to see more projects reach completion within Cairo, we're really looking to expand the visibility of this award and encourage a lot more applications in the years ahead. We're not just doing that as an executive board to try to create more work for ourselves, to have to go through a lot more applications, but really we're doing that because it helps with 2 things. One, it helps give us, the Cairo, AWI, the executive board, NOAA, really good examples of results of research projects as we begin to mature and progress through this. So even if you don't win the award, of the 8 that we had exceptional examples of things that we'll be able to take. And the great thing is we're capturing that information in the PI's own words as to what was the impact of the work, and helping to tell the story of why the work matters. So I want to thank all of this year's applicants. I want to go ahead and thank all of next year's applicants, everybody who raised their hand. We had the video going, so I got everybody. But this year's awards, folks, you're really setting the standard for what we want this Research to Operations Award to look like, and inspiring the next wave of applicants, everybody that had their hand raised. And speaking of the idea of trying to raise the eminence of the award, we are also making a change, and we're going to be renaming the award in honor of somebody who has had a profound impact on this community, has had a profound impact on Cairo, within the National Weather Service and OWP across the board. And for that, I'm going to welcome Ed Clark to the stage to tell more about that and announce the change. Ed?
All right, thank you, Matt. I'll keep this short because I am. The award that we're about to rename is being named in honor of a gentleman who I've had the profound honor and privilege to work with for the better part of my career. This gentleman is somebody who's not only the father in many ways of Cairo, but the technical champion, the bureaucratic champion. Many of you don't know that when a cooperative institute is conceived, either by Congress or by the community, it's typically a 22 to 24 months to even 26-month process to go from inception to award. This gentleman, myself and a small team of people, did it in 14 months. This gentleman often likes to say, based on a colleague of his or a mentor of his back in the day, that eating and sleeping are signs of weakness. And 2, that Friday means that there's just 2 more working days until Monday. It's a work ethos that is it's inspirational because it's driven by passion, and it's driven by commitment, and it's driven by love. I will advance the slide now and reveal that the award will be named the Tom Graziano R2O Award. One more time.
There it is.
Now, the only thing that could be better is if we had Tom with us today. Can we make that happen? So Tom, before I turn this over to Steve to make the award, and then we'll pass it back to you for your comments and reflection on not just the awardee, but the award in general, I want to share one story. Tom and I were asked once, this is an interesting conversation, we were speaking with Conagra, which is a NOAA-like entity for water in Mexico. They were introducing Tom and I, and after they, at the very beginning of the call, they said, oh, these guys are very athletic and good looking. I translated that back to Tom. Well, his wife is fluent in Spanish, Tom is not, and I was able to share that special moment with him. They actually didn't say that. But they asked us, what inspires, what do you look for when you hire people? What inspires you to bring people onto your team? And Tom answered something that has resonated with me because it is at the heart of what we're doing here with Cairo. And he said curiosity and fire in your belly. And in many ways, the spirit of this award is that reflection on Tom's commitment. It's fire in the belly, the hard days, the long nights, the perseverance in the face of adversity, all inspired by curiosity. So Steve, why don't we go ahead and give the award out, and then we'll ask Tom to join us one more time.
Thanks, Ed. Hello, Tom. How are you? I'm glad to see you. It looks like you're wearing a vest in there, and we're happy to say. I don't know if you can see this, but we have newly minted Cairo branded vests, and we will certainly be sending you one special delivery. And I'm indeed honored that this award is being named for you. I think you've been an inspiration to us all and a force for us all as we go forward. Before I announce this year's winner, I do want to recognize those that have won this award previously. So 2 years ago, we did this the first time, Tom, as you remember, going through the selection process, and the winner was Marwan Temami from Stevens Institute of Technology. There's Marwan and his team. They did the river ice mapping. That was the inaugural award, and so if you could imagine, within 1 year, he was able to do some translation of research into operation, a really impressive feat. Last year, if you recall, we had 2 award winners. Because we couldn't quite pick one, there was so much great work happening, but we picked 2. One was Andy Wood in the Colorado School of Mines that were working on the hydrologic forecasting testbed. Andy is in the room, I think, somewhere, and there he is, Andy. And his entire team at the Colorado School of Mines. And the other award winner was Mike Fedorov and his team, and they were working with advancing flood warning systems for the Wyandotte Nation. Mike Fedorov for his team in the room. Okay, then we'll have to clap extra loud so he can hear us. There he is. Okay, so this year's award winner now, I'm really excited to announce. This is someone that we all know and respect, and this morning he highlighted in his plenary session talk the long impact that he has had on not only Cairo, but also operations within the Office of Water Prediction. This year's award winner is Dr. Sagi Cohen. So Sagi, please come up and join us. As he's making his way to the stage, I'll just highlight a couple of things that were in his nomination package that were quite impressive. The FIMSERV mentioned this morning, mentioned by several people, himself and Fernando Salas, and that's what we are looking for. Yes, certainly invite your group up for this award. He also has been involved with creating a novel stream network joining approach, which we didn't even hear about, that has also been operationalized in the National Water Center. So a couple of great examples of a long history of impact in research to operations work in operational hydrology. Sagi Cohen, congratulations, friend and colleague. Would you like to give a few remarks to the crowd?
Yes. Very, very quick. I actually nominated the Surface Dynamic Modeling Lab, which is these people here and more. So it definitely all this, and they deserve this award for all their hard work. I always say I just keep them fed and they do all the work. So thank you guys.
Lunch together for a picture. Act like you like each other.
Thank you. It's a very substantial award, so I encourage you to check out and talk to CE about it and look at it. It's really cool, impressive device. Tom, thank you for being here and really inspiring us throughout, but we'd like to hear some of your remarks about the impact of this award, the thought behind it, and going forward, this being the Thomas Graziano Research to Operations Award and what that means to you.
Great. Thanks, Steve. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Well, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. I am truly humbled, grateful, a little surprised, and but again, truly grateful and humbled that this award is being named after me. I think for many of you that perhaps don't know, the reason I am not there this year is that I retired at the end of April this past year. So after 40 years of federal service, I decided to hang up my cleats and turn it over to the very able folks who just spoke on the stage and all of you in the room. So, and I know you will continue to do just fantastic things to support the rapid evolution of our capability to address some of the tremendous societal challenges that we face related to water. There are a few things I would like to start off with and just say as it relates to our cooperative institute that you may or may not be familiar with. Cairo is the first cooperative institute in NOAA that's focused on water resources. So there are 20 plus cooperative institutes in NOAA. This is the first that is focused on water resources. It's the first CI in the history of the National Weather Service. So it's the first time that we actually have a cooperative institute in an operational line office. And of course, that was done with intent to facilitate the transition of research into operations, as the title of our CI focuses. We're the largest CI in NOAA. We have 28 members and partners. In the past few years, since the inception of Cairo, we've effectively mobilized all of you, the leadership across the enterprise in the academic, private, and federal sectors to address, these growing water-related societal challenges related to too much, too little, and poor quality water. Toward that end, we've established, as you know, the 4 interrelated research foci, all of which must be addressed for us to meet these growing challenges, with one of these focused, as you know, on hydroinformatics, the intelligent integration of copious information to maximize the utility and benefit to our stakeholders, and to again address these growing societal challenges. One key area of work within the hydroinformatics focus area is flood inundation mapping, which has been a big focus of the work that we've done in the Weather Service and the work that's being done and supported across Cairo. And it's all those 4 foci that really need to be addressed, whether it be DA, modeling, the hydroinformatics, the social science, the communication, all of that has to come together in an intelligent way to really address these challenges fully. And FIM is really important, and it's been something that's been a demand of the emergency management and other communities for the better part of 20 years. where emerging managers have told us they need to know, where it's going to flood, how long it's going to flood, what infrastructure is going to be impacted, how deep's the water going to be, how long will the water be there, right? So, these are critical challenges. This is critical information that our decision makers need, that through the work that's being done in Cairo, we are advancing that capability aggressively to address these challenges. During the many trips that Ed Clark and I have made to the Hill, and there have been many, we often communicated that the most significant step forward as it relates to flood warning in the history of the National Weather Service will be born or enabled through the operational implementation of FIM. And this project clearly supports that. That said, we're recognizing, Sagi, our Cairo PI, leader, mentor, colleague, FIM pioneer, who's been a part of the cohort establishing and growing the water resources presence on the University of Alabama campus. His leadership of FIMCAS Cairo, the FIMCAS Cairo project, and his tireless efforts to mentor up-and-coming scientists and engineers is truly laudable. Sagi, thank you for your scientific leadership and for your passion toward your science and service, which is also recognized in this award. And thank you also, Sagi, for being an outstanding friend and colleague. Congratulations on this tremendous and prestigious award. And thanks to all of you again for letting me join you today and be a part of this process. And I wish you all the very best moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, for those wonderful remarks. I think we'll carry them with us as we carry this award with your name forward in Cairo and for future. I guess we had about 80 people that were raising their hands, and so for future applicants that are going to now be all getting their applications ready already for next year's application intake for the Thomas Graziano Research to Operations Award from Cairo. Thanks again, Tom, for joining. We're going to transition on to a few announcements, but before we go into the announcements, and I think this is part of Tom's inspiration for us all, is to be sure that we recognize all of those that have played a role in this successful event and Cairo in general. And so we did want to do a few thank yous. We know we have attention of everyone here. We know we have our colleagues at NOAA here, and so we wanted to make sure we do all of that. First, thank you to NOAA. I think that none of this would be possible without their support. Tom, your leadership within NOAA to drive this forward, but also for the continued time that they take. I think in terms of a CI director that interacts with the 15 other CI directors around the country, I feel like I have a privilege in the access and interaction that I have with many people around NOAA. So thank you for the time, and especially this week. In your efforts to participate and interact with a very, very large group of interested people. Thank you to all the research sponsors that are here. I know we have a strong contingent from the Office of Water Prediction. We have had folks here from the USGS. We have Rebecca Atkins from the National Ocean Service, and Audra Loescher joined yesterday remotely. We have Elliot Wickham from NIDIS, and then we have many people joining online. And so thank you all, and I think collectively, let's give them a great round of applause for their support. Thanks to all that put this on. So we meet every other week regularly to try to plan all this out. We work with our NOAA colleagues. I see Sam and Betsy there, which usually we're remotely, and so we're connecting remotely and working on this, but their efforts have been tremendous for this event and throughout Cairo, all of the administrative activities that they take forward. Let's go ahead and give them a warm round of applause. Sam. And as a reminder, and Tom, for your interest, we are doing the Sam Contorno Trivia again in the morning, and prizes are being picked up at this moment, and they are hefty prizes. So looking forward to that at 7:45 a.m., everyone. That's 8:45 your time, Tom, but the Contorno Trivia is definitely on everyone's mind. Thank you to the organizing committee, and I think this is a group that has met, but I think it's really the behind-the-scenes people right now that are probably still behind the scenes. I see Stephanie O'Neill is back there. Where are the other people? Sarah, there. Oh, at the table. Okay, we got Sarah, Charity, Kaylin, Lena's there, Marie, and all the others are listed here that I can't see, but it's an amazing group, and I think seeing their dedication, not just this week, but like last week and the week before and over the weekend, and their dedication is truly remarkable. And I showed it in the first day when I said it's a reinforcing cycle, seeing the effort that they put in to providing us an exceptional meeting, I think drives us all to go out and do exceptional work because we have this great success from this. So thank you all for your hard efforts. Okay, before I go into that, I did want to do one other thank you that I learned about last night at the fun event, and so thank you all for joining that event. But we are in the midst of trying to issue subawards as fast as possible. And those subawards, Shannon Price and her team, I don't think Shannon's here because she is doing the important work of trying to get all of those subawards set up, but she managed to do, she said, 14 subawards yesterday, which is absolutely amazing. And then she's got just 16 left, and so then all of the people that have new projects starting up, which we were scrolling through the screen yesterday, will have your subawards by next week, is what she said, and so that's a great accomplishment for her and her team in doing remarkable efforts to make sure you all get your subawards and the funding to do your project. So let's give them a warm round of applause.